Owatonna High School senior Josh Burns, the center for the Huskies. How does a guy become a center?
Well, I guess in our program there's a lot to learn. So I guess it's almost freshman year, you're kind of started with the basics and then working your way up. But I've been a guard all my life, and so just with this stuff that's happened this offseason, we needed a center, and so I just decided to step up and try to take that role.
Okay, so this is your first year. You didn't necessarily have any experience with it as a junior?
No, I haven't played center since probably 5th grade, park and rec ball, that type of thing. So.
All right. So you say there's a lot to learn. What kind of crash course did you take, or how did you learn what you needed to know?
It was a lot of learning in team camp and just kind of getting my head in the playbook and just studying where to be and when to be there against different defensive fronts and stuff. So you basically need to know the whole offense, which is complex, but yeah.
Okay. So can you take me maybe through a little bit of what's going through your mind as you go to snap a ball on a given play, what you're looking at or what you're thinking about or what you may be communicating with your other linemen if you are?
Usually I'm looking at the main 3 or 4 interior guys, a couple linemen or a couple backers, how they're set up. And then that determines how either me and Derek block, or me and Nathan if we double team him, or I go to backer and he takes the nose, or just that type of thing. So yeah.
Now is there some communication so everyone's on the same page?
Yeah. I usually start out calling the defensive front, and then tackles will say what they have to say, and then I'll communicate whatever I have to with the guards, and then we go from there.
Okay. And then of course your big job is to get the ball to the quarterback or to the Wildcat quarterback or what have you. So that no doubt takes some focus too.
Oh yeah. I know. I think it was Mayo. For whatever reason, about a series, my snaps were just low. I don't know what it was, but it's kind of one of those things where you're doing it all year, you're in a rhythm, and then all of a sudden it'll just stop for some reason. Then you got to focus more on it, and then because usually in games I'm more focused on that defense, not as much as my snapping. So.
And is that because, or how much work have you done in the off season, literally on just snapping the ball to the guy that has to get it?
After lifting every day, we'd go outside and the O-line would kind of just do some fundamental stuff, and I'd bring out a ball, and me and Jacob Gauthier would snap every day, so that really helped it, I guess.
The windy conditions in New Prague, and it's not a long snap that you're doing necessarily, but did the windy conditions affect that part of the game at all for you?
It didn't really feel like it, no. Okay. It maybe just put a little bit more on the ball. It wasn't too much of an adjustment that I had to make.
And how about the way the line is blocking for these guys, including, Mr. Williamson, who's crossed the 1,000-yard mark, and the other guys that are throwing and running the ball? You guys do a nice job up front, so talk about the pride you have in that part of your game.
I guess beginning of the year, we kind of there's a lot of guys that haven't really blocked together before, so it's more of a just growing together. And throughout the season, I can feel personally that we're more smooth in our blocking. We're all on the same page. We're just more fundamentally sound, and we're just keep going. So
okay. Rochester Century, what are they going to do to trying to thwart you guys?
They're faster. I think they're going to try to beat us on the perimeter a little bit.
Okay.
Again, they're kind of like New Prague. They're a little smaller defensive line, not the biggest that we've seen all year, but they're a pretty fast defense. So I think they're going to try to beat us with that. Okay.
And Josh, do you ever play on defense, or have you?
Last year I played a little bit of defensive tackle, but this year I've kind of focused on center, I guess, and so that's what Coach Soley said, is just to focus on center a little bit more. So. In
youth football, was it always along the line as well, or did you ever in a different spot coming up through the years?
Mainly I've been O-line, D-line.
Okay.
I've always liked offensive line more. So I guess throughout the years I've played more offensive line than defensive line. Okay. But,
Special things that you guys have done at all over time to work on you mentioned some guys haven't blocked together before, to work on that, camaraderie and just cohesiveness, done some special things at all or time together?
We've gone to like Perkins and all 8 as an offensive line, just kind of more of the almost bonding type of things.
Yeah.
Just to kind of everybody's just together and we're all friends on and off the field, which is nice too. So.
Okay. Yeah, I think I missed a comment that I think it was Deason said earlier in the season when I interviewed him. I think it was Nate who commented about moving trucks or something like that. Was that and it I just kind of missed it. So I'll throw it to you. What was he referring to?
In the summer during blackout week when we couldn't have lifting, we took a truck out here into the parking lot and put it in neutral and actually pushed it back and forth a couple times. Okay. So that was kind of our workout that week. Okay. It was kind of fun.
And who came up with that idea and how effective was it?
It was Decent's truck, and it was actually, I guess, pretty effective. But once you kind of got it moving, it just kind of glided on its own. So it just the first maybe 10 seconds it worked, but after that it was more or less just kind of a fun type of thing.
Okay. Josh, what's your plan for after high school?
Right now I plan on going to a 4-year college, Eau Claire, Duluth, hoping to study finance. So.
Okay. And do you do any other activities, sports or otherwise at the high school?
I did play baseball last year. I'm not going to do that this spring, so probably just not a whole lot of much this year. So.
Okay. Well, in that case, you can probably play football through Thanksgiving weekend, right?
Hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully that's
so,
the plan.
All right. Josh Burns, Owatonna Senior Center. Thank you for the time. Good luck.
Thank you.